Cal State University Northridge is trying to save money as the state continues to cut the budget even more. The starting goaltender was down and out for the count. However, the drama would only continue in this amazing game. Among the first things to be cut from the budget may be funding for these state parks, such as Topanga. After the hard-fought 1-0 victory in overtime for the Matadors, they find themselves in control of their own destiny. At 9-7 overall and 4-3-1 in Big West play, the club has a chance to make the playoffs for the first time since 2005. Adam Levin, Valley View News. Topanga State Park lies in the heart of the Santa Monica Mountains. This 36-mile collection of grasslands, mountain vistas, and gnarled woods is the world's largest wildland within the boundary of a major city. This amazing park has a variety of wildlife, including white-tailed deer. Topanga is one of the state park system's most popular and lucrative parks, averaging around 400,000 visitors annually. If the state of California's dire financial situation continues, among the first things to be cut from the budget may be funding for these state parks, such as Topanga. This park, as well as many others, faces a dilemma. That's bad news to people like Kim Kors from Virginia.
And I just drove cross country maybe a week ago, and people take for granted the beauty of nature, and I think we need to do everything possible to preserve state parks.
And she's not alone. Many visitors and locals are angry and worried over the future of this and other state parks.
They would lock the parking lots and the restrooms and stop providing maintenance, and that it's otherwise impossible for them to keep people out of the park. So the only people who would be in the park would be the people who are illicit.
In Topanga State Park, Adam Levin, Valley View News. This is the California Aqueduct, which pumps water to the almost 1 million people who live here in the San Fernando Valley. The fresh water comes to people's homes where it is used to drink and, among other things, wash our dishes. But where does all this fresh water go once it's reached our sewage lines? It comes here to the Donald C. Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. I spoke with the plant's chief engineer, Daniel Strauss.
The sewer is made up of about 1% sludge and 99% water. The sewage flows into the plant, and the sludge sends away to processing plant, and the water gets processed. It goes through the filtration, aeration, chlorination, dechlorination, filtration, and at the end, the water meets all the federal standards for clean water. We're standing right here in the middle of the San Fernando Valley, where we use the water to irrigate the basin, the golf courses.
Greenways and traffic medians, parks, schools, and agricultural areas all use or may soon have to use reclaimed water to irrigate. While the city does use an enormous amount of reclaimed water already, more pervasive use is being talked about. Our state has been experiencing a long drought. Combined with the fact that the city's population continues to grow, reclaimed water will become much more crucial in the years to come. That's something all Angelinos, even feathered ones, can appreciate. At the Japanese Gardens in Woodley Park, Adam Levin, Valley View News. The Matadors were looking to rebound off a home loss to UCLA by defeating the conference rival Mustangs. The Matadors' Heidi Farron was taken down on a breakaway goal just before the 8th minute of the opening half. She was given a penalty kick that she nailed for the early 1-0 lead. The starting goaltender was down and out for the count. However, the drama would only continue in this amazing game. Drenner came back in only to have to leave after she felt pain in her leg during a warm-up. That's when Katie Russ, a defenseman who has very little goalkeeping experience, came in to help her team hold on to their small lead. The second half was much more defensively oriented, as both teams struggled to keep possession and make drives towards the goal. At the 69-11 mark of the game, forward Farron Towley scored from 9 yards out thanks to an assist from Desiree Cardenas to put the Matadors up 3-1. Once again, the Mustangs were able to answer back when just into the 77th minute of play, Kalina Andrews took a pass from Cece Kobinski and squeezed it in to make it a one-goal game with 12 minutes left to play. The Matadors' defense dug in as the Matadors held on for a 3-2 victory. Katie Russ, who had not been a goalkeeper since grade school, goaltended the entire second half, gave up 1 goal, and had 4 saves on her way to a win.
I don't know, I just had to get my mindset and think about being goalie and doing whatever it takes to help my team, so I was ready for it.
We're a quality team, and we got a lot of good. We got a lot of talent here, and we can play with anybody.
Adam Levin, Valley View News. With a win, the men's soccer team controls their own destiny in the Big West playoff race. A loss to the rival Cal State Fullerton Titans, and they are on the outside, looking in. The Matadors and Titans were locked in a defensive struggle from the get-go. The game had a lot of great goaltending and defensive play, but was also extremely chippy, with 64 total penalties committed by both teams in the game. The stakes were high in this game for both teams, and the play on the field showed the importance of this match for both clubs and how hard they were willing to battle for a win. The physical game headed into a 10-minute sudden death overtime period. With a little over 5 minutes left in the period, the Matadors scored a 2-assist goal to defeat Fullerton 1-0 and get the important victory. Matadors head coach Terry Davila explains what happened.
As you see, with a great switch on the left side, Yuval found Renee found Cameron Sims back in the net, man, and it was a good way to go win it. And I wish we could have done it sooner, but I guess it's the way our season's been going. It's kind of dramatic.
The Matadors dominated the Titans in corner kicks with a 5-kick margin and had an 18-13 shots on goal advantage. After the hard-fought 1-0 victory in overtime for the Matadors, they find themselves in control of their own destiny. At 9-7 overall and 4-3-1 in Big West play, the club has a chance to make the playoffs for the first time since 2005. Adam Levin, Valley View News.